Welcome back, early risers. This is Before the Sun, where we get up, grind, and win, all before the sun even thinks about rising. Today's episode is all about owning your identity. We're diving deep into the art of confidence, the journey of embracing authenticity, and why it's key to unlocking success. Let's dig in and bring out the best version of you. No filters, no masks, no makeup, just you. So to start this off, let's talk about why confidence matters, why authenticity is such a powerful force. Too often we feel pressured to fit a mold or seek approval from everyone else, thinking we're not good enough or that we have to change ourselves to succeed. But the truth is, the only way to live a meaningful life is to embrace who you truly are. When you own your identity, confidence becomes real. You're not chasing validation from anybody else. You're grounded in who you are, and that energy is powerful. Think about it. When you meet someone who knows who they are, it shows, right? Confidence becomes contagious. So today, let's work on owning our own story. Your strengths, even your flaws, they're all a part of the masterpiece that is you. So first off, let's go through some actionable steps. These are strategies to help you own your identity, build your confidence from the inside out. Let's get real and let's get gritty. Step number 1, self-awareness. First, you gotta know who you are. Spend some time really getting to know your strengths, your weaknesses, and even your insecurities. Self-awareness is the foundation of confidence because it's impossible to own what you don't know. I challenge you to sit down and write out your strengths. Be honest. Don't hold back. List out what you bring to the table, your passions, your quirks. It doesn't have to be grand or flashy. It just has to be true. Here's the thing. Self-awareness isn't about ignoring flaws. It's about understanding that they exist but don't define you. They're part of what makes you, you. Step 2, stop comparing yourself to other people. This is so important. Comparing yourself to other people is what everyone struggles with. The moment you look at someone else's life as a blueprint, you're taking a step away from your own path. That's not to say you can't adopt certain ideologies in what they do, but you have to be your own person. Social media, the success of friends or colleagues, these can be constant reminders of what we think we're lacking. Zone it out. But here's the truth. No one else's journey looks like yours. Embrace the fact that you're unique. Your story, your challenges, and your dreams, they're unlike anyone else's. Step 3, embrace vulnerability. Confidence isn't about pretending to be perfect. It's about showing up even when things aren't perfect. Bren Brown, a huge advocate for vulnerability, says it's the birthplace of creativity and change. Being vulnerable is powerful. When you share who you are, strengths, flaws, it's magnetic. People are drawn to authenticity. So don't be afraid to let the world see who you are, raw and real. I'm in sales. I try to be as authentic as possible when I'm in meetings with my customers. And I think that really is the key to my success because they understand that authenticity and true meaning of what I'm trying to bring to the table for them. All right, let's look at some people who embody this mindset. They've used their authenticity to fuel success and resilience. Number 1, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is a perfect example of someone who owns her identity. As you know, she's unconventional, bold, and fully herself. She's talked openly about struggling to fit in and how she was bullied growing up, but instead of conforming, she leaned into her uniqueness. That raw confidence is what made her a force in the music industry. Number 2, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq wasn't just a basketball player. He was a personality. He embraced his humor, his larger-than-life persona, and didn't try to fit into the traditional athlete mold. By owning his identity, he became more than just an athlete. He became a cultural icon. Shaq reminds us that our uniqueness can be our biggest strength. Number 3, Viola Davis. Viola Davis has spoken about her journey in Hollywood, facing both racial and gender biases. But instead of letting those obstacles shape her, she leaned into her identity and fought for the roles that represented the fullness of who she is. Viola teaches us that confidence is about claiming space, even when the world tells you not to. Now that we've seen what owning your identity looks like, let's talk about how to make this real in our everyday lives. Confidence isn't a switch you flip on. It's built through daily actions. So here's some daily actions you can take to improve your self-confidence. Number 1, positive self-talk. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. If you wouldn't tear a friend down, don't tear yourself down. Daily affirmations remind yourself of your worth. These might sound cliche, but they work. Every morning, remind yourself of one thing you're proud of. It can be big or it can be small. Let that set the tone for the day. Number 2, challenge yourself. Step outside your comfort zone regularly. Confidence builds when you prove yourself that you can handle discomfort and succeed. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, taking on a new workout, or learning a new skill, every time you face a challenge and succeed, your confidence gets stronger. Number 3, celebrate small wins. Don't wait for the big accomplishments to feel good about yourself. Celebrate the small wins along the way. If you work hard and you learn something new, even if you just showed up, those are all wins. Confidence is built through recognizing and celebrating these moments. All right, so here's the kicker. A lot of us have limiting beliefs that are holding us back. You might be telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not talented, or I don't deserve success. These thoughts are only as powerful as you allow them to be. Confidence comes from letting go of these beliefs and rewriting your inner dialogue. Ask yourself, where did these beliefs come from? Did someone tell you them? Are they true? Or are they just stories you've been telling yourself? Challenge them. Write down the limiting beliefs and then write down a reason why they aren't true. For every negative thought, come up with a positive counter. All right, early risers, let's recap. Owning your identity and building confidence isn't about perfection. It's about knowing yourself, accepting the good and the bad, choosing to live authentically. Personally, for me, my authentic self, I'm a goofball. When I'm in the grocery store, I'm the guy singing at the top of his lungs. My wife is embarrassed beyond all belief, but my personal self, that's who I am. I'm authentic. I'm not going to see any of these people. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Who I authentically am is someone who just does what I want to do. I don't care about the noise. I don't care about what anybody else thinks of me. I'm going to do what I do to make me happy. Remember, the world doesn't need a carbon copy. It needs the real you. This week, challenge yourself. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on who you are, the strengths you bring, and what makes you unique. Practice positive self-talk. Take on a small challenge and celebrate even the tiniest wins. The more you show up as you, the stronger you become. All right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me on Before the Sun, where we get up, grind, and win. Remember, confidence isn't about who you think you should be. It's about fully embracing who you are. Get out there, own your identity, and make today yours. So I also want you to go over to speakpipe.com/beforethesun and let me know who you are. I want to know your name, where you're from, and what your identity truly is. And as always, get the fuck up. Go.